So now that we've got the animation, because when we look at that picture, Pat! Yes, you remember these are the pictures that you've got. There are visual prompts for green, so these are the pictures you've got. Now they're moving, but it's still the Pat. Can you see the words?
Pat.
Oh.
Tap.
Yes, tap. Wow. Point to the t.
I said tap.
Is it tap? I can't see. Is it tap? Yeah.
It's tap.
Where's the put? Point to the put. Oh, wow, well done. Are you ready? Don't touch. Don't actually touch it there.
On your bottom.
Not touch screen.
Pen.
Yes, pen. Oh, is it a pin? You see, I didn't know because I'm upside down. Is it a pin?
Yeah.
What's the pin doing? Is it just up and down?
It's doing this.
Wow. Was it? What was it? Nap. And then when Miss Sarah's looking at this with you, nap time. Oh, your mummy or whoever's at your house. Yes,
Nap time.
Yes, and it could be sleep time or nap time, but the word here that the author, that's the person who wrote it, wanted to say is nap. Hayden, what's this one? Sip. Is it a monster slipping? Who knows
Have a look at the words.
Yes, well done. Nap. Is it nap?
To
Oh, it's tap. Oh, yes, because he's napping, but it's the 2 o'clock.
He's laying on a towel.
He's getting on a towel having a tan. He's getting a tan. No touching. Hayden.
Hayden.
I want to see that gorgeous smiley spider face.
Oh my goodness, is that funny or what? Oh, it is very funny.
It's going to have to close if we're making so much noise because I can't hear what the word is. It is tin. And when this
Trav.
look this way. It's funny because the bacon was trying to run out of the pan to get out because he didn't want to get cooked for breakfast. But when Miss Sarah's looking at this, because this is upside down, she'll also make sure you're looking at the sound bits and blending them into the words. So let's see what the next one is. Wow! Now I'm just going to rush through some because I want to get to a story. Oh, snappy tap, look! But you can look at these in your own time whenever you want because they'll be on the computer. Click, click, snap, snap, snap. Snap. And when we've done the sounds cut or ick, then we could do click as well, but now it's snap because we only know snap. Oh, it is a pin. Is it a pin? Yeah! Do you know people watching this are going to have to turn down their volume button?
I think it might need to come with a warning.
Yes, it might need to. We might have to have...
I'm turning more one down.
Are you turning off down?
Good idea.
Daisy.
It's dead. I'm turning more down. It's dead.
Oh, is it dead?
Yeah.
I think I just pulled that out by mistake. Hold on, let's see if it'll go back in again. No, it's alright, it's not that one. What just happened? Ugh.
I don't know. I
think it went into sit or eat mode.
I finished one out.
Hayden, have you gone into sleep mode too?
Look, it is a 10.
Oh.
I wonder who's going to stay because I think some people are going to go and do something else.
Spider-Man.
Look, Thomas really wants to read this. Look at him, he's trying to sound out the words.
Tin.
And Layla is as well.
Tin.
Well done.
Right, now I want to show you something funny. It is a pan. Look, it is a pan. I wonder if Thomas can come and read this next one. Hold on, there's a pan.
Everybody.
Ivan, can you go and help Miss Veronica, please?
Everybody turn it down. I will.
I just want to show you the pan. pants falling down before we go.
I'm gonna
And then I'm just going, wait a minute, I'm going to show you the pants falling down. But this is something you can do in your own time, and you can do it at home as well, and you can read them, and I want you to look, because these, isn't it interesting that the pictures, so they were getting to know which picture we meant was associated with the still picture, like ant or whatever, but then when they see it on this, all of a sudden they're distracted, because it's too much visual. So we've got to be aware all the time, that's why we build it up. Right, now let me just
down on your bottom.
show you. You can read these in a minute.
I just
if you
saw
want.
Santa.
So there's a story that's a story that Thomas read. Look at all those words, and he can read them because he knows.
How do you do it, Hayden?
Nat and Pat sat in a pen, and Santa sat in a tin.
Well done.
I knew it first before Hayden.
I so want to videotape your face.
I couldn't even say something. I was just so stunned. In fact, I got a little tear in my eye. Hayden,
Good job.
you read that? Wow. Oh my goodness me.
And guess what?
Can you read this one as well?
Yeah.
Read it for me.
Nat and Pat sat in a pen.
That's amazing. Can you? Well, let's see if Thomas can read a new one. Hold on, because it's a new one. Wait, Thomas, say it nice and loud. Did you? Wait.
Tommy?
Can you do some as well? Wait, Thomas, say it nice and loud. You ready? What do you think this is? Because I've never seen this before.
Cat. I know.
Oh, no, shh.
It is black. I turned my voice down.
Ashton, on your bottom, please.
Nat spins, Thomas.
Nan does spin.
Nan spins.
The monkey
This is a more difficult one for him to blend, so let's just see if he does this.
A monkey jumping in the bed. He's gonna fall off.
Please let me just sit down over there.
Stan! It is Stan! Brilliant!
Stan.
Oh.
Come here.
Thomas, come up here because I can't hear you. Come here. Now read this one for me.
Nat swings
Hold on. Nat spins, yes.
and monkey jumps.
Stan.
Let me say, John.
Down on your bottom, then.
What
Sit down on your bottom, sweetheart, so everybody can
Naps! He sounded it out brilliantly! Layla!
Done.
Oh! Wait, now let me read this one to
Good
you.
choice, Jaden.
Nin and Santa!
I know that.
It is Nin! It is Santa! Santa hats Nin!
And Daddy's body.
That's another story. Oh, Pin
And
Catty.
Daddy's body.
Pip! Oh, Pop! It's popping the balloon!
In a body.
That's my favourite. Look, I'm going to show you the rap. It's the green level rap. Hold on. It goes on. You have to practice this doing very fast. You have to go sat, pat, tan, pan, tin, pin, ants. Nan, pan, nip, sips, tip, pit, ants. Nap, sat, tap, tip, nip, pit, ants. Pants has lots of ants. Sorry, Pat has lots of ants in his pants.
Ants in his pants.
I might need to close it down. Come and sit next to me. something that you can do at home as well. So everyone's going to take these. Now, Thomas isn't necessarily more intelligent than all the other children, but he's got a brain that is wired for reading and spelling. Wow. So we don't actually have to do too much to his brain just to get him reading and spelling. So what I'm going to be showing is all the other children, they're all very different, but we're going to show how to wire every brain, but I just want to show what it's like when a brain is already pre-wired, and it's only a few children that the brain really is pre-wired, but let me show you. So, who's this? It's a frog. Now let me see, shall I put this on your knee? Let me put this on your knee so that you can move it, so you can turn the pages. Whoops. Hold on. Oh, that's all right, I'll put it on my knee. Okay, so let me show you. If we're going to move to the next one, we just move that one. So can you do that one? That's it. Oh, hold on, and another one. That just shows us the sandpicks that we've got to learn. Now, when you've learned, you tell me which are the ones that you've been learning at home with Mummy. Oh, what's this one? Oh, what's this one? What's this one? What's this one? That's another K. And that's another K. What's this one? There's 3 O's. That's a picture of all. That's a picture of all. Well done. Now these are all our helpful words that we're going to learn. So once we know these, this is a book that you can read. We've got.
There's 2 of those.
It is there. Well done, because that's a helpful word, isn't it? Now I'm going to tell you on this that here, that's actually a picture of J. So it's actually the gentle giant. Pot! How amazing are you? Oh, let's see if you remember any of these. Gentle. Remember who it was? It was a gentle. Let me go back and remind myself. The gentle giant and the pot. That's the name of it. So let's have a look.
Gentle giant.
On a pot. Let's have a look. Oh. It's sitting on a pot. A little. A little man was. Oh, that should be in red. That's a helpful word. A little man was in pot. A little man was in the pot. Help! Look! He's in the pot and he's sat on him. Oh no! He's saying help! Oh, there he is in there. Look, he's saying big giant. You must not. What's that word? Sit. Yes, sit. Big giant. You must not sit here. Said the little man. Well done. And they're in red because they're helpful words. Ah, it's a dinosaur. Wow. It's a purple one. My favourite. Oh no, he was stuck in. He was. Well done. Look, he's giggling. The gentle giant is giggling. The gentle giant giggled. What's that thing? What's that? Do you think? Giggled, yes. The gentle giant giggled. I did not sit on you, he said. I sat on the pot. Get off the pot. So he's saying, I got on the pot first. I got on the pot first, said the little man. Oh, what's he done? What's he done? He's gone and sat back on the pot. The giant got back on the... Well done! Oh, look, what's happening now? It's a kitty and a dog. The kitty... Yes, the kitty cat and said, well, let's get on the giant. That's another picture. Oh, they're going to get on the giant as well. Oh my goodness, so it'll be the giant is on the pot, the cat and the dog will get on the giant. What a lot of, oh my goodness, there's more people coming. There's a cat and a rat. Oh, the cat in the hat. Yes, the cat in the hat. The rat in the red pants, and Rick Rat said, "Let's get on the giant." Do you think they're all going to get on? What will happen if they all get on?
The little one will get squished.
Do you think the little one will get squashed? I think he will. They got on the giant, on the little man, on the pot. Let's have a look. Oh, the pot went crack. They fell onto the grass and giggled. We need a picture, don't we, of them cracking? What it says here is draw a picture. So I'm asking people to draw a picture of them all falling off. Wow. So this is something you could read at home, but this one is actually a story for when you know all of the purple level. And so that is just to show your mummy what happened. So this isn't a story that we can read now, because we haven't learnt all of those and to blend. And to have that many words on the page, you've got to remember all of that as well. But I want to show where Thomas will be in and about another 3 weeks. Oh, can you read this one with the pants one? Sat, pat, tan, pan, tin, pin. Can you shout ants? Ants. Nan, pan, nip, sip, tip, pit, ants. Nap, sap, tap, tip, nip, pip, ants. Pat has lots of ants in his he does, doesn't he? And then you press that one so that his feet fall down, his pants fall down. They fall down, and we love that one. So this one is really good when we're on the green level for rapidly decoding through and also doing a bit of a rapping, so it's also funny as well, so that they can get to the stage of not having to go otherwise it takes them forever, but also to show them that all these words, it doesn't matter how many words are on the page as long as they can decode them. So they'll eventually go sat, pat, tan, pan, pan, even faster than I would do. Thanks, Thomas! You're a superstar. Can you go and find somebody for me? Who should we have? One more person. Can we have Kaiden? Kaiden! Come and have a look at the pants falling down. Look, let's look at the wrap. Oh, look at the frog. And what's he doing? That's Joe. Joe's the rapper. What's he doing? It looks a bit funny, doesn't it? So, this is the rat. Oh, so I'm going to say it, and you can look at this at home and see if you can do it as well. So I'm going to point to the words, and then we'll see if his pants fall down, shall we? Sat, pat. Oh, actually, you can tell me the last word. Sat, pat, tan, pan, tin, pin. Ants! Ants! Nap, pan, nip, sip, tip, pit. Ants! Nap, sap, tap, tip, nip, pit. Ants! Pat has lots of ants in his pants. Click that one and make his pants fall down. Click that one.
Excuse me, pussycat. And Spider-Man.
Look what you did! You made his pants fall down.
Yeah, maybe.
You think that's funny? So you can have a look at this one as well, can't you? And I think you're going to be alright. Tell me which word is sip. Yes, it is. Which word is nap? Yes, which word is pat? Pat. Where's ip? Where's put at? Yes, good boy. Where's tap? Yes, well done. And where's pin? Put in. Good boy. That's right. I think you're amazing. Give me a high five. Fantastic. Go and choose somebody else. Thanks, Kaiden. Is it Kaiden? Kaiden. It is Kaiden, isn't it? Thank you. Go and choose somebody for me. I'd love... Oh. Can I have somebody who's got a hut at the beginning of his name? Who's got a hut at the beginning of their name?
Do you have a hut at the beginning of your name?
Oh. Hayden, come and do the rap for me. Oh, wow. So first of all, just remind me these words. Where's nap?
Can you start again?
Oh, I can start again if you'd want me to. Pop. Pin. Actually, let's start from there. What's that word? Put in. Uh-oh, I think it's going to hurt him, don't you? Do you think he'll go, ouch? What would the cat, what would the horse do if he was being pricked with the pin?
Some people go out.
He would go out, wouldn't he? Pop! Oh, he's going to pop all the balloons. What happens now? Pants, they fall down. Now show me the word pin.
Pin.
Where's the word pin? Point to it. Yes, there's a picture for pin. Where's the word? Yes, well done. You know, there's the word for pin. Where's the word for pat? Pat. That looks like it to me. What about pat? Yes! Pat, well done. What about sit? It. Good boy. Sit. What about pin? You're too clever. Put it in. Put it in. That's it. Remember, because we start on that side, don't we? Oh, and there's some more. Look, where's... Oh, spin. And there's the word spin. Put in. And snap. Oh, look, he's jumping from the crocodiles. This is why it's really important that we make sure that the children are actually linking the speech sounds with the pictures of the speech sounds, that we call them the sound pics, on paper, and that they're going from left to right. Now, what I really need to do with Hayden is actually make sure that I've got the lines underneath the words and the numbers, so that he's always going left to right. Because what he's doing at the moment is he's hearing the sounds, but sometimes he's looking at the words and going from right to left and whatever. So I need to really make sure that systematically I'm getting that sorted with him. So if I said the word pans, for example, he might point to the word snap, because he might read it from right to left. He might go pans. So that's brilliant, listening for the sounds and matching the speech sounds, but he's just doing it from right to left instead of left to right. Now, this is a classic example of a child who will do fine in prep, actually will seem to do really, really well, because he's got a really, really good memory. So if you saw when they were all sitting on the carpet, he'd seen that when he's reading it, that's because I've actually printed off and they've got that as a book in the classroom. So he's able to pick it up and look at it and remember it. Now that's not reading, that's a part of reading, but that's not reading. And so what happens is, if he goes to a school where they learn lots of sight words and they're using PM readers and whatever, all he needs to do is look at a PM reader once, or someone to show him what it is, and he'll remember it. He's also, if he's at a school that are doing sight words and PM readers, that's often linked with this whole language approach. So he'll also be told to look at the picture. What do you think's going to happen? Or look at the first sound. What do you think the word is? So because he's got this fantastic memory, he's actually going to do really, really well, because he'll go to school the next day and the parent helper or the teacher or whatever, he'll listen to him read, and he'll read it all like he did when he was on the carpet, and it's just fantastic because it looks like he's reading. But he's not, he's memorizing. So this only works so far. Eventually there are too many words to remember, and it's too difficult to guess from the pictures and what have you, and that's when he'll be stuck. That's why we have a lot of children in Queensland in particular who seem to be fine in prep, but by the end of the year 1 their reading, and especially reading for comprehension, is really going downhill, and people go, why? I don't understand what's happened. Well, this is why, because he's not really we're not getting the foundations really solid to use that alongside his naturally fantastic skills and his enthusiasm to help him read in the way that he needs to learn to read. But we're going to do that with him, and so you're going to see how he will learn and also how Thomas will learn. All of these children are different, but they all need to have the same skills. So what we need to do as parents and educators, and the two are the same, what we need to do is make sure that we are personalising their learning. We're differentiating teaching if we're using a whole class situation, and we're making sure we're teaching to the way that that child needs to be taught. So sometimes it's that we have to be a little bit calmer, and I know that's difficult for me, but we have to be a little bit calmer and more gentle with some of the children. Some of the children we have to be excited and whatever, because that's what they need. Some children we have to be able to go off track and talk about other things and whatever, because that's where their brains go. And some children just want to focus on the print, and that'll be Thomas. He really wants to figure out the code. So we need to match the teaching with what the children need for their learning journey. And hopefully that's what you'll see with this bunch of very different but very wonderful, individual, unique children.
The crocodiles are getting him. They're going snap, snap, snap. Oh look, he pant. He's panting in the sun, and he's in a sand pit. Put it, pit. Yes, put it, pit. Well done. And there they all are, just there that we've seen before. Who's that? That's Joe.
Because I haven't.
So this is the one I want you to have a look at. So you can go sat, pat, tan, pan, tin, pin, ants. Nan, pan, nip, sip, tip, pit,
In.
ants. Yes, good boy. Nap, sap, tap, tip, nip, pip, ants. Yes. Pat has lots of ants in his
pen.
Yes. Look. That's funny. Do you want to go to the beginning and read that story to me that you read? You read it so beautifully. Do you remember? I couldn't even say anything. I was so stunned. So I have to move it back all the back. Where's the story that you read that you did so brilliantly? I love the bacon running. He said, "Don't cook me for your breakfast." The ant's getting fit, isn't he?
I was reading the one at the back there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, these ones.
Oh, this one. Oh,
Yeah, I was reading the dog one first.
oh, okay. Read it to me.
Pat.
Oh, and what's this bit? Oh, hold on. Is it this one you were reading?
No.
Oh, hold on. Oh, right. Sorry. There you go. Was it that one? Yes. It is
Nat. It is Pat. Nat. It is Nat. Pat and Nat.
Nat and Pat.
Nat and Pat. Nat and Pat sat.
Oh, look. What are they doing?
Nat and Pat sat.
Well done.
Nat and Pat sat in our pen.
Wow. They are sitting in a pan. Look at the little dog's hiding his eyes. They think they're going to get cooked.
Nat and Pat sat in our pen, and Santa sat in our tin.
Wow. Oh, that means the end of the story. There's another one. Nan and Stan. It is Nan. Nan.
Nan. It is Nan spitting on the fan.
Yes, that's right.
He's also learning book talk, because we have a certain kind of language that's different than when we're speaking, the language of books. So he's understanding it might go nan. Nan spins. It is Nan spinning, what have you. That's what he's trying to do. So he's understanding what books are and are and how we write books and whatever. So this is all part of the process. This is why we mustn't teach phonics in isolation. We've got to teach the code, but put it into meaningful reading situations. He's learning so much from this.
And the words say Nan spins. Whee! It is Stan.
It is Stan. That's
Look,
it's
Nan spins and Stan naps.
Nan spins and Stan snaps.
Yes, well done. Oh, it's the end of the story. You've read 2 stories. This is Nin and Santa. Nin and Santa.
Now again, because he's realised he feels really good about himself when he knows the right words. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to tell him the words because I know that's where he wants to get to. If I say it is Nin, he wants that because he wants to know, well, what are the words? So I'm not going to take loads of time at this particular stage when he's so enthusiastic of going, oh, well, look at the sound it out and whatever, because that'll just make it boring. And that's not what he needs. But I know that because we're doing this and he's engaged, even though I might tell him the words, it is Nin, and then he'll repeat them, it is Nin, I can keep pointing and keep getting, so his brain starts, oh, that's why it's it, because the it and the t, so I can bring it all together, but not dampen his enthusiasm.
And Santa.
It is Nin. It is Nin. Santa. Santa pats Nin. Well done. That's the 3 stories you've read. Pin. Pop. Pants. Do it again. Pin. Pop. Pants.
Do that again.
Oh, one again. Pin. Pop. Pants.
Can you leave it on this one?
Well, do you know what? I've got to go, but I'm going to leave this for you. I'm going to copy the thing so that you can have a look at them. How's that? Will that be cool?
Can I watch this?
Well, I'm going to leave it for you. You can watch it as often as you want. But you go and choose. Can I have Layla? Can you go and get me Layla? And then you can come back later.
What you'll also notice with this age, and also in prep, is that the children often found it difficult to pronounce a lot of the sounds. And especially when we start putting together words like pants, spin, stan. So what we're doing here is not just helping them with their reading and whatever, we're also actually helping them to pronounce the sounds and also to blend the sounds together in words. And this is also going to really help them.
We can actually bring him back to, yes, it is Nin, but he's getting the confidence because it is, remember that's a helpful word, Nin, so we're bringing it all together. Whereas Thomas is decoding first and doesn't need that picture. Oh, let's have a look, it's the gorgeous Layla. Which story should we have? Do you want Nat and Sat, or which one do you want? Sorry, I'm going backwards.
I want Nat and Sat.
Do you want Pat, oh, hold on, do you want Pat and Nat?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so we've got Pat and Nat. Oh,
Pat.
It is Pat.
No, that's
It is. Tell me again. What is it? Oh, too clever. It is
Nat. He's scaring everybody.
Oh, he is, because what's he doing? He's going kung fu, isn't he? He looks like he's fighting. It is Nat. Oh,
He's doing like this.
he is, isn't he? Wow.
So here again, we've got a different kind of learning style. We're still got to do the same things, but what she's doing is wanting to talk about it. So with her, it's not just that I want to figure it out, because, you know, that sort of male brain, right? Let's figure it out, what is it? Or the brain that's, I want to get it, so I want to remember it so that I can do it quickly and whatever. Here is a more female brain, which is more language and let's talk about it and what do you think's going to happen and he's scary and whatever. So again, it's all very different, all very special.
Is he going to scare the puppy?
I don't know. Well, I think he's just doing it to himself, because look, he's not looking at the puppy. So I think he's just going, whoa. Nat and Pat. What's happening now? He's trying to catch the fly with his chopsticks. And the puppy's got some glasses on. He's looking very super cool. Do you think he's barking? Do you think he's going woof woof? So what do the words say? Nat and
Pat sat.
Wow, Leila. Do you want to point to them?
Nat and Pat sat.
Yes.
Nat
Sorry, Nat and Pat sat.
in a pan.
Oh, wow.
Again, another concept that we read from the left to the right, and then when we finish that line, we start again a little bit lower on the next line. So she'd read Nat and Pat sat, but because it's not automatic and whatever, she doesn't then go to the next line underneath. So you really need to point to the words, ideally point to the sound picks in order so she can blend it and see it all at the same time. But then show her with your finger where to start, and that's what I had to do. There are so many skills involved, and we've got to really understand all of them.
Sat in a pan. Nat and Pat sat in a pan.
Nat and Pat sat in a pan. Nat and sat
Santa.
in tin.
And Santa sat in a tin. Yes. Nat and Pat sat in a pan.
He's crying because he's going to eat him all
Oh,
out.
do you think that's why he's hiding his eyes? Do you think he's crying? I hope they're not going to. And look, Santa's in the pan.
Because he's going to put him in jail.
Oh my goodness! Do you think that's what he is, or do you think he's a cook? Do you think he's a jailer, or do you think he's a cook?
He's a cook, but he's a naughty cook.
Oh, is he a naughty cook? Wow, you read that? Nat and Pat. Nat and Pat sat. Nat and Pat sat in a pan. Nat and Pat sat in a pan, and Santa sat in a pan.
Can I see a monkey jumping on a bed and
Oh, yes, you can. I think
it needs to feel over.
let's have a look. Oh, that one. Is that the one?
Yeah. And
It is
that
done.
on the floor over there?
Oh, look, he's falling asleep. Let me look at this story. Nan and Stan. Nan and Stan. It is Nan.
Can I see a puppy with lots of naughty persons scaring the place?
Oh my goodness, let me have a look. You'll have to have a look through it all. What's he doing?
He's breaking the horse's tail.
Do you think he is? Pin. Pin. Pop. Because that's one we've not seen before. Oh, that's an O. Pin pop. Look, pin. Pop. Pants.
Let's do that one.
Oh, okay. We've got nap.
And we've got zip.
Yes, sip. Sip. He's sipping his drink.
Oh, he's zipping and doing with a funny.
He is, isn't he?
What is the turtle?
That's the turtle. He's getting a tan, in the sun. He's getting a tan. I hope he's got his sun tank with him.
He's swimming in the water.
Oh, do you think that's what he's doing?
Yeah.
Wow, look at the little teddy bear in the seat.
Yeah.
Sit.
Hey, let's do
Look at the crocodile. Snap. The crocodiles are going snap, snap, snap at his feet.
Is that the crocodile?
Look, there's crocodiles down there. In the water.
But is he a person
He is.
pretending to be a crocodile?
Oh, I think perhaps he is. Or do you think he's on the rock and going, and look at the bacon running away.
Because she was more interested in the content, in the pictures and what's going to happen and whatever, and the language, she engaged me in it as well. So we had much more of a verbal interaction with each other. But that means that you need to be aware of that with the other children, so that when I've got children who aren't doing that so much, I have to instigate it and what have you. And that will tend to be with a lot, we need to do that with boys in particular. But you can see there we've got 3 children, very, very different children, All of them are going to learn to read, write and spell with confidence, and I want them to love it. And that's why, even though we're using the same resources, I might have different language, I might approach things differently, I might let the children lead so that I follow their lead and what have you. You know, you've got to really stay child-centered all the time. But ultimately, I want them to want to sit next to me and be doing this. If I'm sitting there and I know I want to do things systematically, but I can't just, you know, they're not computers. I can't just program them how I want to program them. It's got to be compromise. Ultimately, we want them to have fun. So find out how they learn, find out what every child needs to have to learn, and find out the best way to put it together. And parents parents, because they love their children, they've obviously got a vested interest, and teachers, they're the ones who've got those children in their class all the time. They are the best people, so they're the people we need to empower with it, and offer the support and training and whatever, and just let them fly and just let them use the resources, like these free SSP resources. Use the resources in the way that works for you and works for your children. Understanding what we need every single child to have, and understanding that sometimes when it seems to be success, like when all of a sudden, you know, I couldn't even speak because Hayden had just read the whole sentence, which was wonderful. But we need to understand whether that was reading or whether that was remembering. And the remembering, though, is just as fantastic a skill, and that's something that needs to be nurtured as well. So thanks so much for watching. I'm just showing here the clips of the things that are on the screen that they saw. Download them all from SlideShare. It's slideshare.net/Reading Whisperer. Make sure you create a free account first so that you can then save everything to your laptop. If you could also download the Sassoon infant font, then it'll all play in the same way that you're seeing it at the moment on your PowerPoints or whatever. You can use the PDF if you go on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Reading Whisperer. Read Australia. I've just posted, for example, something that helps you convert PDFs into, you know, a format you can use on Kindle. Children in this day and age are, in the next decade or so, not going to be reading hard copy books. I know it's really sad because it's sort of, you know, it's a traditional way to read books and whatever, but they'll be reading them on iPads and phones and Kindles and tablets, you know, whatever. So let's move forward with children, and you can also see here why it's so important to have these interactive. We don't want to completely mentally stimulate them or visually stimulate them all the time. We want them to use their imaginations, but we want children to want to learn, so we need to kind of have that give and take. And with some children, especially boys, we need to make it silly, fun, interactive, so that we're engaging them, so that we can feed that information we want them to have without them even realizing. You know, they're not having a lesson, they're just having fun, but at the same time we're feeding in the bits that we need to feed into their brains to make sure every brain is wired for reading and spelling, and then giving them resources, those scaffolded readers, to actually move from decoding, which is having to do that, so that they don't need to do that like Nat and Pat. They don't have to go at and put at. They can go, their brains look ahead to say, oh, okay, Nat and Pat sat in a pan. They don't need to. So we want to scaffold the learning so that they're reading really quickly and fluently, so that they can understand what they're reading, and most of all, do have confidence at the same time. Thanks very much.